Happy Friday on the Now Buffalo. I'm Hannah Bueller. We know lots of you want to know if the weather will cooperate with your weekend plans. Good news if you're headed out tonight. As Autumn will tell you, it's pretty clear and mild out there right now, but we do have some rain on the way. Autumn, what's it like?
It does feel pretty good outside right now. 40 degrees for the overnight low, not too bad. And it's still going to be in the 40s for tomorrow, but unfortunately there will be rain on the way. Expect the winds to increase as we head throughout the rest of tonight. And by the time we get into Saturday, take a look at the sky. We're going to have the clouds building in. Temperatures are going to be in the 40s. And notice those southwesterly winds, quite breezy through the day, 20-mile-an-hour winds with temperatures in the 40s. Then, as you see in the distance there are rain showers that are going to be with us throughout the day. You're trading the sunglasses for the umbrellas, and this is going to be something that we can contend with all the way through the afternoon and into the early evening before any of those rain showers start to diminish, or really more so head a little further to the south and east of Buffalo into the evening. So again, the umbrellas are going to be necessary, and you might be fighting with them as we head into the afternoon tomorrow as the wind gusts really begin to pick up as well. We're going to be talking about how winter makes a return in the forecast from the inside in just a bit. Hannah.
All right, Adam, we'll see you inside. The Super Bowl is a little over a week away, but festivities officially begin tonight in Minneapolis. Sadly, the Bills not playing in this one, but that doesn't mean Western New York won't be represented. From the 10,000 volunteers to the special app designed to give police extra tactical awareness, we've shown you just how much goes behind the scenes to make sure all of the players and fans are safe. And as Mike Randall shows, 2 local officers and their canine companions are already taking part in those efforts.
By now, you're probably over the fact that Bills aren't in the Super Bowl.
Oops. You mean you're not over it? Sorry. Well, maybe this will make you feel better.
Buffalo will be represented at the big game by 2 NFTA transit police officers.
It's a assignment that runs 10 days. We'll be working deputized U.S. Marshals.
Officers David Capretto and Andre Taibbi, as well as their highly trained partners King and Holly, will attend Super Bowl 52.
It's a huge honor to be able to go there, to be able to say that, you know, you went and you did something of you know, such a big event.
They have been called upon for this assignment by the United States Department of Homeland Security, according to their chief, George Gast.
They will actively be patrolling certain areas, checking for suspicious packages, and then obviously responding to any suspicious packages that might be found.
And if you have to make a trip like this, it might as well be with a partner you can count on. Officer Capretto thinks his is one of the best.
Just an all-around good friend.
Both the officers worked last year's Super Bowl in Houston, but this year's trek to Minneapolis will have special challenges.
Everything and everything that goes into the Super Bowl gets searched by a dog. So, you know, it's a lot of work. It's definitely cold there, too.
The officers and their partners do take away some special memories.
King met Lady Gaga there at one of the halftime performance takes.
So even though the Bills won't be there, and most of us have to watch it on TV, we should take pride in knowing that we'll be represented by 2, make that 4, of Buffalo's finest.
I'm very proud of all our canines and all our canine handlers.
For the Now Buffalo, I'm Mike Randall.
Mike, thank you. Support continues to pour in for this guy, Bill Center, Eric Wood. Wood announced his retirement today after he was diagnosed with a serious neck injury during his end-of-season physical.
And of course, the Bills Mafia, you know them, right? Also expressing gratitude for Wood's commitment to Western New York community. The tweets multiplying by the minute all day long.
Twitter trends show there have been close to 10,000 tweets to Eric Wood's Twitter handle just today alone. We captured a few of our favorites for you.
So I'd like to say on behalf of myself, the rest of the Bills Mafia, Mr. Wood, it's been a pleasure having you bleed the blue and the red and the white over all these years. You are a true consummate professional. It's been an honor watching you perfect your craft. You've gotten everything you've deserved in your career, except for, you know, maybe a little more playoffs and Super Bowls. But it's been an honor having you represent us.
Gary McNamara says, God bless you and your family, Eric. Thank you for being a wonderful example of a leader and a person that always made it so easy and so natural to root for you. Andy Evans says, with darkness comes light, and as much as I'm sure it's hard for you to leave, you have a great family. God bless. stay strong. Eric Wood also tweeted a few statements today thanking everyone for their thoughts, concerns, and their prayers.
And he's expected to formally talk about his future Monday at 1 o'clock. We'll be streaming the news conference live on WKBW, the app, and on our website.
I got a chance to know Eric when I worked for the Bills when I started my career. He and his wife Leslie, just amazing people. The stuff they did for this community, I'm sure this is not the last we will see of them here in Western New York.
Yeah, to see him even just through on camera,
Yeah.
you could tell there was such a good soul in there.
Yes, absolutely. Well, the Pembroke girls basketball team is celebrating the enormous success of their annual Shooting for a Cure fundraiser. Today, they were able to deliver a check worth more than $26,000 to Roswell Park's Comprehensive Care Center.
That is so amazing. It's the 7th year the team has devoted a game to raising money for cancer research. Now they've raised, get this number, $86,000 for the cause.
Good for them. So much fun there. I know our Matt Bove was out there last night, and the electricity in that basketball court, amazing.
It really was neat.
Well, we're just getting started tonight on the Now Buffalo. Up next, we're tackling one of the hidden costs of going to college. Textbooks cost students more than $1,000 a year. Now, students and educators are pushing for a change here.
And plus, beer companies doing good. We'll look at how 2 different companies are using their prime time Super Bowl spots to show how they are helping the community. You're watching the Now Buffalo.
For college students, the spring semester is just beginning, and for many of them, the growing cost of college is a looming concern as they head back to the classroom.
I had debt, and
Yep.
student debt here in the U.S. is at a record high, but there's another cost that often gets overlooked, and it could really add up.
The Now's Annie Taylor tells us there's a push to change things to give students a financial break.
Students and parents complain about the tuition costs, but you know what's even more astronomical than that are textbooks. Since 1977, the price of textbooks have gone up over 1,000%.
On average, they're about $1,200 for the year.
Matthew Charnan is in his 3rd year at University of Colorado, and just like thousands of other students across the country, he can't afford many of his textbooks.
It's detrimental to students' success, and it needs to change.
So why have prices gone up? Caitlin Vitez, a higher education advocate, says one of the reasons is because of what's called an access code.
So an access code is an online paywall that hides students' homework, quizzes, sometimes even exams and other study aids.
When you bundle an expensive online system with a textbook and you can't find it anywhere else, Vitez says students will have to pay sticker price. Finding cheaper textbooks is homework all in itself. Instead of turning to places like Amazon, well, Matthew says there's another website that can get you a free textbook. Open source textbooks, I've never heard of that. What is that?
So they're peer-reviewed textbooks written by professionals in their field, but they're given away for free.
So students can download them or pay $30 to $50 to get a printed copy.
Until higher education becomes more affordable, both Charnan and Vitez will continue spreading the word about ways to make learning fair.
Their performance in the class is suffering, and if faculty switch over to open textbooks, not only are they going to be saving students money, but they're going to have day one access to the materials they need to participate.
If the stress of paying for textbooks goes away by making them free, Charnan believes more people would be going to college.
Education is a lot more accessible at that point for students who aren't even allowed to go to college because they can't afford it at all, and they don't want to take out the student loans. They can still at least get these textbooks and learn on their own. They have the opportunity at that point to gain knowledge that you can't gain anywhere else.
For the now, I'm Annie Taylor.
All right, even beer companies know student loans are out of control.
Natural Light, or Natty Light as it's affectionately called, is using its Super Bowl ad to show how it plans to help some lucky students pay off some of that debt.
The company is giving $1 million to help 25 lucky people pay off their student loans. All you have to do is make a video showing what inspired you to go to college. Of course, you do have to include a limited edition can of Natty Light in the video. That shouldn't be hard for some college kids. Then you post it to social media with the hashtags Natty Stories and contests. The 25 winners will each receive $40,000 apiece. What is this song from? What show? Dawson's Creek.
There we go.
Oh, brings it back.
But $40,000, that's a good bit of change.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, another beer company also plans to use its pricey airtime to promote a community initiative.
This Super Bowl, Budweiser is showing off its water. The company released the ad today. Take a look.
When the night has come,
where we at? We got cans ordered. This
and the land is dark.
The ad shows workers at Budweiser's Georgia plant stopping beer production to make cans of emergency drinking water for the victims of natural disasters in Texas, Florida, Puerto Rico, and California. It said it provided around 3 million cans of water to those areas last year.
Well, good job, Budweiser. We hope you're not too hungry here on the Now Buffalo, because we're talking food.
We go behind the scenes at a local meal prep company to find out whether these pre-made meals are worth the hype. From nutritious to delicious, don't let stinky or bad deter you from this restaurant's must-have menu items. It's all cheesy and chocolatey goodness in this week's Taste and See with Fatima Bangor. You're watching the Now Buffalo. Welcome back into the Now Buffalo. We are looking ahead at the weekend. Can you believe it's finally here, Autumn?
Woohoo!
And you've told us how tomorrow is going to be a little bit mild with some rain.
Right. Rain and windy, and then by Sunday, we kind of go back to winter. We're still going to have some 40s around, but here's the thing. We have Winterfest taking place at Chestnut Ridge, so there will be some chillier temperatures in the 30s, and then we're still going to have a little bit of a gusty breeze. But really, to be outside and enjoying a little bit of what winter has to offer, you might not be sledding. Chestnut Ridge doesn't look like that any longer, and especially with rain tomorrow. But you know, Western New Yorkers will go out and do anything, anywhere. So that's going to be a fun time on Sunday.
Might be fun for a nice brisk walk.
Yeah, not too bad.
Around the
Have
park.
some fun.
All right. Well, we get lots of snow here in Western New York, and that means we do a lot of shoveling.
Of course we do. Now there's a brand new app to help. It's called SnowHub, and it's like Uber for plow services.
Come to my house. You put in your location and what you need cleared, and someone will come either shovel or plow. Pricing is based on the amount of snow and the length of your driveway or your walkway. It's not cheap. Prices start at $59 and assume there is a base of at least 6 inches of snow. Nonetheless, though, that could be very helpful for a lot of people, I think.
Sure is, but 6 inches, that's a lot to have on the ground first.
Yeah. Maybe later on this year.
Right.
All right, we all try to eat healthy, but it can be really hard between work, family, day-to-day responsibilities, budgeting time, and money to live a healthy lifestyle. It is not easy, I can attest to that.
Me too. That's why you may have noticed a bunch of the meal prep services popping up across the area. I've tried some of them out.
Me too, and we checked in with the guys behind one of them, Eat Right Foods in Kenmore. They tell us they strive to create healthy, balanced meals that don't break your budget. They say it may seem like these services cost more, but you have to think about how much time you spend shopping and cooking, because that time is valuable.
With a $5.60 price point, 10 meals, $56. If you were to do that grocery shopping on your own, you're looking at probably maybe a $7 price point. Then what was your time worth shopping? Maybe the Wegmans aisles. What was your time worth sitting over the stove and preparing your food? Maybe you have waste. A lot of people have a lot of waste at home.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately one of those wasters. To make it even easier, Eat Right Foods also offers a delivery option. Sounds good. And of course, while we always try to be healthy, especially on a Friday, it's okay to splurge once in a while.
Exactly. Here in Western New York, there's so much in the way of great food to see and taste.
That's why every Friday we bring in our digital producer, Fatima Bangora, who gets to really taste everything.
Yeah.
So where'd you go this week, Fatima?
So question, ladies, would you eat a sandwich called the Stinky Pete or drink a Big Bad Bob?
Why not?
You know, I love that. Well, I take us to Hoover's Dairy, and we're going to check in on some of their unique food items. Take a look.
Aim to please. That is our big thing. We want the customer to leave happy.
Give me all the Big Bad Bobs all the time.
Chocolate?
Triple chocolate.
Who is Big Bad Bob?
Yes, so he's actually Judy Hoover's husband, and in fact, they name all of their milkshakes after their grandchildren.
That's
How cute.
awesome.
Yeah.
Love
So
it.
what's next for Hoover's?
So we all know that Hoover's delivers milk to your doorfront, but they're thinking about delivering Stinky Pete's and Big Bad Bob's also. And the best part, they're open year-round.
I love their
So
names.
Big Bad Bob's all the time.
All right. Thank you, Fatima.
Thanks, ladies.
Always making me really just want to eat something during this show. For all you thrill seekers out there, there is a brand new way to experience the Buffalo skyline from 110 feet in the air. Buffalo River Works just opened its brand new zip line course. You start at the top of the grain silos and you work your way through 4 different zip lines and a rope bridge, at times flying 30 miles an hour. Riverworks is now taking reservations, weather permitting. It costs $40. Seems worth it to me.
Sure does. And if you're looking for something magical to do with the family this weekend, you could head to the KeyBank Center for Disney on Ice.
Yeah, do you want to build a snowman? It presents Frozen, and it takes the beloved movie right onto the ice with Anna, Elsa, and of course our friend Olaf, but there are also cameos from your favorite Disney princesses, Mickey, Minnie, and even some trolls.
There are 5 performances this weekend and tickets start at $15. We have a link right now on our website.
I have always wanted to ice skate like that. Probably would fall flat on.
I can't do it. My niece, she can do spins and twirls and
Amazing.
jumps way better than me.
Well, could you part from your phone for just a few hours? From concerts to classrooms, there's a new push to get you to disconnect.
We look at a new device that could force you to do just that. You're watching The Now Buffalo.
We're all pretty connected to our phones, then they're connected to our watches and all this other stuff. So how would you feel about having it locked up for hours when you're at an event?
I'm not sure how I feel about this. Jack White is the latest performer to ban phones at his concerts.
Yeah, he says he thinks people will enjoy looking up from their gadgets for a while and experiencing his music in person. People at his concerts will put their phones in a pouch that locks. You hold on to that pouch, but you can only unlock it with a special device that's in the lobby area of the concert, so you need to leave the main concert area if you have to make an emergency call. Yonder, the company that created those pouches, tells us they were used at more than 400 shows in 2017. Other big names using them including Dave Chappelle, John Mayer, and Chris Rock. Schools which really should get in on this, also are. Yonder tells us more than 600 schools across the country are using the locking pouches. They're popular at schools in New York City, New Jersey, Denver, and the California Bay Area. This high school in Massachusetts is one of the latest to add this technology, and it says it's working.
I have less problems losing students to their phone, text, whatever.
We showed the parents the program during our parent guardian night. Some parents ask, how do we get this for my house?
Some students have been surprised at what's been happening when they have their phones locked up all day. One says since her friends aren't on their phones, they're actually, can you imagine this one?
Wow.
Actually talking to each other a lot more.
Amazing what, face-to-face communication can do in this day and age. We're not finished yet here on the Now Buffalo. Up next, a different type of horse race.
We'll tell you how some sheriff's deputies are... We'll tell you how some sheriff's deputies got enough horsepower to get this guy back with his owners. You're watching the Now Buffalo.
Come on. We've all seen car chases, but how about a horse chase? A sheriff's deputy in Florida saw this horse running down the highway in one of the busiest parts of Tampa. He tried to coax her to stop, but no luck.
They were able to get her into a neighborhood away from traffic, and that's where the horse eventually just stopped. Now she's back with her owners and is expected to be okay.
Just trotting away.
That's all.
That's it for the Now Buffalo. We'll see you again on Monday at 7 right here on 7 ABC.